Hello once again and welcome back to PACIS TV. This is the time for the news in English. My name is Benjamin Kwizera and I give you a warm welcome. Young people in Yakabuye sector, Rusizi district are being encouraged to prevent and fight against drug abuse. In Kabgayi, His Lordship Bishop of the Diocese of Kabgayi, BW'IBITEKEREZO, urged the parents and teachers to set a good examples for their students under their care in order to help them to grow into capable future citizens. In international news, His Holiness Pope Leo XIV prays for peace in Lebanon and the Middle East of the world. Welcome once again to our news in detail. This is the news brought to you in partnership with the Credo Hotel from southern province of Rwanda, Huye district. In Cyangugu, young people in Yakabuye sector, Rusizi district, are being encouraged to prevent and fight against drug abuse, especially in schools, where leaders and education stakeholders say it is one of the major challenges affecting students' education, discipline, and future. News in detail. Drug abuse continues to be highlighted as a worrying issue because of its harmful effects on young people, including school dropouts, bad behavior, and crimes linked to alcoholism and drug use. Keza Zawadi Hosebia, a senior 3 student in Yakabuye sector, speaks about the problems caused by drug abuse. She also encourages fellow students to avoid drugs in order to protect their health and future, while recalling on teachers and parents to provide proper guidance and education. Especially for us students, drug abuse may lead us to school dropouts. Sometimes, drugs may influence us to have some bad behaviors. I would like to encourage my fellow students to avoid drugs. Niyonsaba Aimable, one of the teachers at Winyereri School Group, says that lessons about dangers of drugs are included in what they teach, and that they constantly encourage students to stay away from drugs because they destroy lives and health. As its name explains, whoever takes the drugs loses his or her mind. Whenever a person takes drugs, he doesn't really know what to do, and he doesn't do what he's supposed to do. Especially on children, the drug may affect them and sometimes influence them to do bad things. Executive Secretary of Yakabuye sector, Kamali Kimonyo, says that although the issue of drug abuse exists on small scale, parents and teachers should continue educating children about the dangers of drugs so that they can rise responsible and capable citizens.
Kugeza ubu ngubu ikibazo cy'ibiyobyabwenge mu rubyiruko mu mashuri ntabwo twavuga kwijana kidahari.
So far, drug abuse for youth in schools appear, but not at the highest level. But we would like to give the message to the parents to teach the children, to train children, and explain the consequences of drug abuse.
Umwana wawe umurinde, umutoze, umwigishe ububi bw'ibiyobyabwenge.
Leaders say that cooperation between different institutions and the youth themselves is the best way to eliminate drug abuse in schools and in Rwandan society in general. They emphasize that fighting drug abuse is everyone's responsibility, especially in protecting the future generation. To Kabwai, students and teachers and parents of the primary school entrusted to Saint Jean-Baptiste de la Salle celebrated their school day, and the Bishop of the Diocese of Kabgayi, His Lordship BW'IBITEKEREZO, urged the parents and teachers to set good examples for students under their care in order to help them to grow into capable future citizens. News in detail. The day began with the Holy Mass led by Bishop Balthazar Ntivuguruzwa of the Diocese of Kabgayi, who encouraged the students in general to actively participate in the education and the moral upbringing they receive. Sister Regine Mutuimana, the head teacher of Ejibasika School, entrusted to Saint Jean-Baptiste de la Salle, said that one of school's main goals is to educate and guide children both at school and at home in close collaboration with parents whose children study at the Ejibasika School. What we normally do here at the school, as I said, it is what De La Salle asks us. He doesn't want us only to educate a child here at school. He also asks us to educate every child, not only here at school, but also at their homes. Meanwhile, Bishop Balthazar Ntivuguruzwa reminded parents and teachers in general to always provide good examples to the children they are responsible for raising and teaching. Actions speaks louder than words. That's what I was urging teachers and parents, so that they don't only request their children to approach Jesus while themselves they don't do so. This is exactly something that I always emphasize. Adults, we don't only have to teach children by words, we also have to focus on our actions to teach our children.
Kwigisha abana gusa ngo mukore gutya, mugenze gutya, mwitware gutya mu mvugo, ahubwo tugomba no kubibigisha cyane mu ngiro.
Ejibasika Primary School, inspired by Saint Jean-Baptiste de la Salle, was established in 2022. It currently has more than 500 students, including pupils for nursery school, level 1 to level 3, and primary school students up to primary 4. From Kabgayi to Nyamasheke, caregivers working in early childhood development (ECD) centers in Nyamasheke district say the training they received from Caritas CYANGWA Diocese on child growth, nutrition, and positive parenting will help them to improve the quality of care they provide to young children. The training targeted caregivers from the sectors of Nyabitekerezo sector and the BUSHYA sector as part of the efforts to fight child stunting and promote healthy child development. Participants said they gained new knowledge about children's health, nutrition, and emotional development that they previously did not have. The caregivers explained that the training will help them to make important changes in the way they support children and engage parents. They pledged to share the knowledge with fellow parents and improve the guidance they provide in ECD centers to ensure children grow well physically, mentally, and socially. Uwamaria Aline, who oversees ECD programs in Nyamasheke district for Caritas CYANGWA Diocese, said the training was organized to strengthen caregivers' skills and encourage them to spread the knowledge within their communities so that more parents understand the importance of ECD centers in child development. In Kabgayi, private sector representatives in Muhanga district gathered to commemorate the 32nd anniversary of the 1994 genocide against the Tutsi with special recognition for business people who were killed during the genocide. The event began with the laying of flowers of the Kabgayi Genocide Memorial Site. During the commemoration, participants reflected on country's progress and the importance of unity and remembrance. Felix Sinyirishema, the head of private sector in Muhanga district, praised the government's leadership for creating an environment where entrepreneurs can work freely and contribute to national development. He explained that before the genocide and the reforms that followed, business people often faced discrimination and restrictions, including requirements to carry documents showing where they came from in order to enter Kigali. He emphasized that today all Rwandans are able to work and do business without such divisions. Jacqueline Kaitere, the mayor of Muhanga district, thanked the business community for honoring their colleagues who lost their lives during the genocide. She encouraged citizens to continue fighting genocide denial and any actions that threaten national unity. She also urged the residents, especially those with information about the location of victims, to come forward so the victims can be given a dignified burial, helping survivors heal and strengthen reconciliation among Rwandans in different parts of the world. And Rwandan citizens are still encouraged to commemorate the 1994 genocide against the Tutsi and fight against any form of genocidal ideology that may affect the future generation, especially for youth and for the people who were born after the 1994 genocide against the Tutsi that happened in Rwanda in 1994. After a short commercial break, we are coming back with international news tonight.
Bakerarugendo namwe bashyitsi mugenda mu karere ka Muhanga no mu tundi turere two mu ntara y'Amajyepfo n'intara y'Iburengerazuba, namwe mwese mukeneye serivisi za hoteli, ni muze nimugera mu mujyi wa Muhanga mukomeze gato, nimugera i Kabgayi murahasanga hoteli yiteguye kubakirana urugwiro. Iyo nta yindi ni Hotel Saint-Andre Kabgayi. Hotel Saint-Andre Kabgayi tugufitiye serivisi zitandukanye za bar na restaurant kandi zitanga ubuhanga n'icyubahiro ku mukiriya utugana. Tubafitiye kandi imikino itandukanye ifasha abatugana kuruhuka nka piscine wogeramo karuka mu mutwe, imyicungo igezweho abana bidagaduriramo bagataha banezerewe, tennis na table game bakunze kwita biyari, igisoro ndetse na volley yo ku mucanga bakunze kwita beach volley mukunda muri benshi nayo nitwayibagiwe. Ikindi nuko muri Hotel Saint-Andre Kabgayi twakira inama zitandukanye kuko tubafitiye ibyumba byiza by'inama utasanga ahandi, byaba bito ndetse n'ibishobora kwakira abantu benshi, ariko by'akarusho tukaba tubafasha no gukora inama mukoresheje ikoranabuhanga mu gihe mutari kumwe mu cyumba. Kubifuza serivisi za catering, Hotel Saint-Andre Kabgayi amafunguro n'ibinyobwa tubibagerezaho ku gihe. Tubafitiye ibyumba byiza byagutse biri mu byiciro bitandukanye, harimo n'ibyo bakunze kwita suite mu ndimi z'amahanga, ndetse byose ukaba ubibona ku giciro cyiza. Muri make ugeze muri Hotel Saint-Andre Kabgayi ahora yifuza kugaruka kubera uburyo yakiranwe ubwuzu n'icyubahiro bitasanga ahandi, kuko serivisi tuzitanga kinyamwuga kandi zishingiye ku ndangagaciro za kizizi. Ku bindi bisobanuro waduhamagara kuri telefone ziri kuri ekara yawe cyangwa ukatwandikira unyuze ku mbuga nkoranyambaga zacu zitandukanye. Hotel Saint-Andre Kabgayi, imfura mu mahoteli mu gutanga serivisi nziza inoze kandi ku gihe.
Muri Gicurasi kuri Canal Plus wicikwa n'imikino y'indyankuriye, aho umwami wa Premier League azambikwa ikamba, FA Cup igahamya ubukaka bwayo, uwegukana Ligue 1 ahangwa imboni, Bundesliga yo ikimpaka. Muri Liga mwaba muzi uzitwa igihangange cya Espagne, naho ku ya 30 Gicurasi umunyabigozi andika amateka mu mukino wa nyuma wa UEFA Champions League. Kuko ugomba kubaho ibyiza bihora kugeza ku ya 31 Gicurasi. Gura bone musanzwe ugura wongereho ibihumbi 2 uhabwa amashani yose ya Canal Plus na DSTV English Plus. Gurira ku mucurizi wemewe no kuri Mobile Money. Yemwe yashuri bose bashaka ni College Fondation Sinagera.
Mama we,
iri ni ishuri ribumbata icyerekezo cy'u Rwanda twifuza, kuko ritanga uburezi buhamye mu mashuri y'inshuke, abanza, icyiciro rusange ndetse n'amashami y'imyuga n'ubumenyingiro mu buhinzi, ubworozi, food processing, ubwubatsi, ubukanishi bw'ibinyabiziga, fashion design, gutunganya imisatsi, ububaji n'ubusuderi. Hari n'amasomo y'igihe gito short courses mu mashami yavuzwe haruguru aherekezwa na practice zihagije, kuko abanyeshuri bigira mu nganda za Sinagera International Football Academy yigisha abana guhera ku myaka 6 gucunga ruhago sawa, atletisme, imbyino nyarwanda no kwiga amategeko y'umuhanda no gutwara ibinyabiziga nabyo biri mu nyongera y'amasomo. Abana biga amashuri y'incuke n'abanza basoza ibyo byiciro bose bazi gutwara igare. Umwana wa segonderi we atahana uruhusa rwo gutwara ibinyabiziga. Witinda kwandikisha umwana ku ishuri kuri Nyirangarama cyangwa ku mashami ya Sinagera Entreprise Urwibutso hose mu gihugu. Ku bindi bisobanuro hamagara 0788535123 cyangwa 0788305999.
College Fondation Sinagera.
Twubaka ubukungu bushingiye ku bumenyi.
Rero ugiye kutubwira impamvu zatumye hitamo kuza gusaba akazi hano.
Bwa mbere nza gusaba akazi hano nari nabitekerejeho, mbabarire murakoze mu by'ukuri numvaga mfite ubushobozi ndetse n'ubushake
so kutiteguye bihagije ni ukutaryama neza. Rwanda Farm, le paradis du matelas.
Bakerarugendo namwe bashyitsi mugenda mu karere ka Muhanga no mu tundi turere two mu ntara y'Amajyepfo n'intara y'Iburengerazuba, namwe mwese mukeneye serivisi za hoteli, ni muze nimugera mu mujyi wa Muhanga mukomeze gato, nimugera i Kabgayi murahasanga hoteli yiteguye kubakirana urugwiro. Iyo nta yindi ni Hotel Saint Andre Kabgayi. Hotel Saint Andre Kabgayi tugufitiye serivisi zitandukanye za bar na restaurant kandi zitanga nk'ubuhanga n'icyubahiro ku mukiriya utugana. Tubafitiye kandi imikino itandukanye ifasha abatugana kuruhuka nka piscine wogeramo ukaruhuka mu mutwe, imyicungo igezweho abana bidagaduriramo bagataha banezerewe, tennis na table game bakunze kwita biyari, igisoro ndetse na volley yo ku mucanga bakunze kwita beach volley mukunda muri benshi nayo nitwayibagiwe. Ikindi nuko muri Hotel Saint Andre Kabgayi twakira inama zitandukanye kuko tubafitiye ibyumba byiza by'inama utasanga ahandi, byaba bito ndetse n'ibishobora kwakira abantu benshi, ariko by'akarusho tukaba tubafasha no gukora inama mukoresheje ikoranabuhanga mu gihe mutari kumwe mu cyumba. Kubifuza serivisi za catering, Hotel Saint Andre Kabgayi amafunguro n'ibinyobwa tubibagerezaho ku gihe. Tubafitiye ibyumba byiza byagutse biri mu byiciro bitandukanye, harimo n'ibyo bakunze kwita suite mu ndimi z'amahanga, ndetse byose ukaba ubibona ku giciro cyiza. Muri make ugeze muri Hotel Saint Andre Kabgayi ahora yifuza kugaruka kubera uburyo yakiranwe ubwuzu n'icyubahiro tutasanga ahandi, kuko serivisi tuzitanga kinyamwuga kandi zishingiye ku ndangagaciro za kizizi. Ku bindi bisobanuro waduhamagara kuri telefone ziri kuri ekara yawe cyangwa ukatwandikira unyuze ku mbuga nkoranyambaga zacu zitandukanye. Hotel Saint Andre Kabgayi, imfura mu mahoteli mu gutanga serivisi nziza inoze kandi ku gihe.
Welcome to our international news tonight. At European Parliament Awards ceremony, Cardinal Pietro Parolin conveyed Pope Leon XIV call to renewed efforts to safeguard peace amid rising global tensions. News in details with Ricky Kaizuka.
Cardinal Pietro Parolin has urged Europe to renew its commitment to peace during the ceremony at the European Parliament, where he conveyed Pope Leo's appeal for stronger efforts to protect peace amid increasing global tensions. According to the Vatican News, Cardinal Parolin addressed the plenary assembly at the Europe Parliament in Strasbourg, emphasizing that harmony among peoples is a promise rooted in the European Union's values and must continually be strengthened through practical decisions aimed at the safeguarding peace. The Cardinal Secretary of State attended the event after being selected to receive inaugural European Order of Merit, an award recognizing individuals who have made outstanding contribution to European integration and the promotion of European values. Cardinal Parolin noted that the European Union's shared commitment by promoting and defending peace is founded on values deeply rooted in the Europeans' Christian history. Among these values, he highlighted the importance of human dignity, describing as inviolable and deserving protection at every stage of life. In his concluding remarks, Cardinal Parolin reaffirmed that Holy sees readiness to cooperate with European institutions in becoming artisans of peace. The Europe Orders of Merit was created to mark the 75th anniversary of the Sacrament. According to the European Parliament, it is the first distinction of the kind awarded by EU institutions at the intent of complement national honors of recognizing effort that strengthened Europeans as a whole. At a time of global uncertainty, the award aims to reaffirm shared values by honoring individuals and human dignity. Other recipients of the award included Angela Merkel and Lech Walesa.
From Vatican to China, Chinese leader Xi Jinping hailed ties with Russia as a force of calm amid chaos during a meeting with Vladimir Putin in Beijing on Wednesday, days after Xi hosted President Donald Trump for a landmark US-China summit. President Xi alluded to an increasingly fractious international situation and took a veiled jab at the US as he sat down with Putin in the Great Hall of the People for meetings kicking off the Russian leader's roughly 24-hour state visit in Chinese capital. The international situation is marked by intertwined turbulence and transformation, while unilateral hegemonic currents are running rampant, said Xi Jinping, the president of China. In the face of this, China and Russia should enhance their comprehensive strategic coordination. President Xi Jinping said that according to Chinese state media, that China is willing to enhance the relationship between China and Russia to fight against many problems that are taking place in the world right now. In Vatican, as he greets Armenian Catholicos Aram I in the weekly general audience, His Holiness Pope Leo XIV invites everyone to pray for peace in Lebanon and the Middle East. His Holiness Pope Leo XIV renewed his greetings to His Holiness Catholic of the Armenian Apostolic Church. Catholicos Aram joined Pope Leo on the stage in St. Peter's Square just 2 days after the two church leaders had met and prayed together on Monday, the 18th of May, in the Vatican Apostolic Palace. Speaking at the start of the general audience, Pope Leo XIV expressed his joy to welcome Catholicos Aram and his delegation, calling his fraternal visit an important occasion to strengthen the bonds of unity that already exist between two. Thank you very much for being with PACIS TV tonight. But before we come to an end of our news edition, let's go back to the top stories tonight. In Cyangugu, young people in Nyakabuye sector, RW'IGITANGAZAMAKURU district, are being encouraged to prevent and fight against drug abuse. In Kabgayi, the Bishop of the Diocese of Kabgayi, His Lordship Balthazar Ntivuguruzwa, urged parents and teachers to set good examples for the children under their care in order to help them to grow into capable future citizens. In international news, at the European Parliament Awards ceremony, Cardinal Pietro Parolin conveyed Pope Leo XIV call of renewed efforts to safeguard peace amid rising global tensions. Thank you very much once again for choosing PACIS TV. This was the news in English, brought to you in partnership with the CREDO Hotel, located in southern province of Rwanda in RW'IGITANGAZAMAKURU district. My name is Benjamin Kwizera. I wish you a very good night.